Hi everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and blog. And today I have the distinct privilege to be guest posting for A2Z Scrapbooking.com. They specialize mostly in hero arts products, but they have a lot of great stuff over there. And I'll be using the Birthday Bash digital stamps. If you've never used digital stamps, I would definitely encourage you to try them out, especially if you have some home office supplies such as a printer, things like that, because I find that it is very, very cost efficient. So here I have printed them out on both of them are a Neenah 80-pound solar white. And I picked out, and the great thing about the digital stamps is you get to choose the sizes you want. So if you want to go huge on your card, then boom, there it is. You can do that. This cake right here is pretty big. I'm doing an A2 size card and it takes up almost a third of it. So that's the great thing about digital stamps. So I have chosen my layout here and I'm going to be doing 2 different cards. And so I'm kind of seeing where I want them, and then I'm going to start doing all the fun stuff. So I've taken some Kansan XL watercolor paper and some of my favorite Distress Oxide inks. So we have Picked Raspberry, Peacock Feathers, and Wilted Violet. And I'm just getting sloppy with it and I'm placing it all over that cardstock. Once I do that and I just get a blend, I'm going to spray it down. Just spritz the heck out of it. And then I'm going to let the water do some of the magic for me, so I don't have to do much. I am going to take my heat tool though, and I'm going to heat set that. A, because I don't have time, and B, because I don't want to make the time. I like to move on and get this project going. So I'm going to heat set it, and then I am going to do the next one. Now the next one, it's the same kind of color scheme. In the beginning you saw the frayed burlap. That was the wrong color. This is the right one. It's ice spruce. But it's the same color theme, if you will, but these are toned down and earthy. So I have worn lipstick, seedless preserves, and ice spruce. Spruced ice? Ice spruce. And that's the same concept here, but you'll see what a different tone that gives us. I'm going to do the same technique, going to spritz it all to high heck, and then I'm going to heat set it. And then I'm going to take for this one, this Smooch Spritz, which I wish I could totally tell you where I got it. I think it might have come in a card kit at one point in my life. If someone knows, comment below. Smooch Spritz, and it's this black shimmery spray, and I love the look of that. And I didn't have to get my paintbrush out and get the, the black paint, etc., etc. It was just like super easy. Okay, so going back to the first background, I am going to cover that in Versamark ink, get it super covered, and then I'm going to take my, which is almost running out, my embossing powder. It's glittery. I definitely need to buy some new stuff. I don't think I've ever run out of embossing powder. Isn't that crazy? It just lasts forever. Okay, so I'm heat setting that at super warp speed, and once I get that look, I love that look, that shimmery, beautiful, it's amazing. Well, now I'm going to get to my cake, and I'm going to use matching colors. I pulled out my Color It gel pens, and I'm picking some coordinating colors that match the background. So I get to that, and I love these gel pens because they glide nicely and they cover well, and I really like them. Now, especially the black one here, but keep in mind that if your gel pens are not working, you could suck the end of it like a straw, and that will actually get the ink moving. I love that these 2 colors, the orange and the yellow, actually blended together. You'll see as I bring back in that yellow to blend them. Oh, I love that. I think that looks so good. And who knew you could do that with some gel pens? So yippity dippity. That's cool. Okay, so got my cake done. I'm going to leave that middle part white, but I'm going to color it with some Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen as well as the Celebrate. So those actually do sparkle on top of the card. There's nothing on this card that does not sparkle. Just forewarned. Okay, I'm going to use my Lawn Fawn Stitched Rectangle die, and I'm going to cut that down. And then I'm going to use some multi-medium matte here, really heavy, because this glittery cardstock is rough textured. So you want to put something heavy on top of that. Using some 3M foam mounting tape for my cake, and I'm just going to pop that up, make that the focal point. So I still didn't think this was enough dimension. Here's some fun foam, some black fun foam that I'm adding to the back. And then I'm going to add this whole thing to a black mat. And I thought that is where it just made everything pop on that card. So I really like the way that turned out. Here I'm taking some Neenah 110 pound and I'm using some Tombow Mono to adhere that down. Now I feel very comfortable using Tombow Mono from paper to paper. So if it's ever paper to paper, I'm good with that. But I have a hard time with Tombow when it's fun foam or anything textured. I like to use something a little stronger. On the inside of my card, I'm going to use this sentiment that, of course, comes with the Digi Stamps. And it's going to say, word is it's your birthday. And so I'm going to put that down. I've done the same technique on this little sentiment as I did on the front. Used some colors and then did some glittering to it. And that's the card. And I finished it off with some Pretty Pink Posh confetti sequins just to give that a little bit more of a party feel. So that is the first card. Super fun. Okay, on to the second card. I'm going to show you, I cut out the hooray, but I'm going to show you, I tried to get inside to do that, the Y with my X-Acto knife, and boy was I having a hard time because it's so rounded. So you can snip it right down the center and then just cut inside. Okay, so those balloons you saw me, I covered with a little bit of that ice spruce. I covered the hooray with the seedless preserves. And now I am using my X-Acto knife to cut out the strings. That's easy because they're straight edged. You can just kind of go like straight, you know what I'm saying? No rounding. But I thought the hooray got lost. So I'm going to see it there in the frame. I actually put it on black cardstock and then cut that out. So I know you see a bunch of those stamp sets that are out, those die sets rather, that cut out the word and then cut out a background for the word. You could do that yourself, and there's proof. Okay, so I have put all that down with some fun foam, and then the same technique, and then some foam to pop up all the stuff. I finished it off with glossy accents for the balloons and some confetti sequins as well. So those are the two cards. I hope you like them. This was so much fun. Thank you to A2Z Scrapbooking for asking me to guest post. You just totally made my year. I really appreciate that, and I hope you guys like the card. Go check them out over on their website. They have a lot of great stuff. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll see you back. Bye-bye.